What's up, friends? It's Voltfirecore. Welcome back to Set Showcase. Today we're actually going to be taking a look at a more bulky themed mon, which has been quite a while. Usually inside of Set Showcase, I like to cover the offensive mons, something like, well, going back to the beginning, some of the earlier ones was like Lando, which has some defensive utility, but mostly they were just like Dragapult, Halucha, all these really offensive themed mons, since it's a lot more interesting to come up with cool sets for mons that have wide move pools of being offensive. But we're going to be taking a look at a more tanky themed mon with some offensive presence. Well, actually, quite a bit, more than you'd think. And that mon's going to be Celesteela. This mon is definitely one of my favorites. It's pretty weird. It's a weird, like, jetpack bamboo girl with a very long neck. Hashtag long neck gang. Taking a look at its stats, it has pretty even throughout the board, but it's typing, which is steel flying, so of course immune to a lot of things, resist a lot of things, just like Corviknight. And Skarmory, absolutely defensive wall. Beast Boost, so it can double or raise any stat that it wants, besides like speed, since even at max speed, you're going to have to like do some weird stuff with the EVs and it doesn't work. But other than that, you can pretty much buff anything you want. You want to buff special attack, do that. Special defense, anything can be buffed with this mon to besides speed. But speaking of speed, this mon also has access to like moves like Autotomize, all of these really crazy moves that make this mon extremely strong. So, as you can see, very defensive utility oriented, quite a bit of annoying moves, but it does have quite a bit of crazy moves for a seemingly really like boring mon offensively. But let's take a look at it with a compadre for us. All right, here we are with the first set. Now, no, it can't be. Dunceman has raided my set showcase along with me.
It's Dunceman! Oh my god, I hacked into the mainframe. I'm a Zoom hacker.
Zoom Dunceman hacker has somehow gotten here. How'd you do it?
I cheated.
Oh my god. Well, Dunceman,
yeah,
it seems...
I used aimbot. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You aimed your way in there. Speaking of aimbot, Dunce, do you know anything about Celesteela?
I know nothing about Pokemon.
Well, I gave Dunce the Poke Paste for this team, so he knows what we're going to be talking about. We're going to start off with the first set. Dunce, what do you think about the first set, which is going to be the Leech Seed Protect set? This is used mostly inside of tiers like UU and OU as the staple, annoying defensive wall. What do you think of it?
Yeah. Well, depending on what I see right here.
Is it Leech Seed Protect? Like the one with Leech Seed, Protect, Leftovers, Heavy Slam, Flamethrower?
Yeah. I think that this is a very good, like, it's like a support mon. It's like a nice steady mon, kind of like a Ferrothorn, just to be there and be annoying, you know? Like, it gets in there, it's like, I'll do some chip damage or whatever, I'll get the Leech Seed on, and now I'm gonna leave, and Leftovers, you know? It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, this mon is the zenith of, hey, what's up, it's me, I'm annoying to deal with, because you're not going to one-shot this thing without, like, Z moves or being really high stat-wise.
Exactly.
So this mon being specially defensive really helps, since of course whenever you get a kill, you get plus special defense, and there's not too many physical mons that can actually deal with this mon. Mostly it's going to be mons like Heatran or stuff like that, and I've had a few occurrences where I've used a timid Choice Specs Magnezoning UU and a max special defense Celesteela, ate that for breakfast, and it was able to go for a flamethrower and do some crazy extra damage to me. So this mon is really good defensively. Really good. But you know, it's not just a defensive wall. It has some pretty interesting offensive ways, which is mostly the reason why I made this video. We don't want the video just to be Leech Seed Protect. That's boring as hell. So let's move on to the next set, which is going to be the premier sweeper set, the Power Herb Meteor Beam Autotomize set. Now, this is crazy. So Meteor Beam is a new move added to this mon, which makes it really cool sweeping wise. So this mon's always struggled with like hitting certain types. So with Meteor Beam, it can fire off like a 140 base power rock type move that usually takes 2 turns, but you got Power Herb. You can blast through them, raise your special attack, and then just keep getting boosts. You have Autotomize, so every single time you kill someone, your Beast Boost will activate and raise your special attack +1. Insane.
Augers, dude.
This thing, I have been swept by this so many times. Have you ever like had to deal with this monster?
Yeah, all the time. I'm over there in the OU ladder, you know, ladder and hockey.
OU ladder.
And this guy comes out, and like I'm just trying to mind my own business, you know, with my sets and everything. And he comes out, and I'm not expecting it, and then he just beast boosts on me, and I lose, and it's sad.
That's exactly right. Every single time you see this mon, you think it's going to be this stupid defensive wall, and then it just goes for an autotomize, and then it can just meteor beam and sweep your entire team. It's the ultimate in the pocket sweeper. It's awesome, and it's still defensive, so you don't even have to worry about like if it loses its meteor beam getting knocked off, or if it's just unable to do something inside the battle. It still has a bunch of good coverage moves, having flamethrower and air slash. That covers quite a bit of mons and hits most things neutrally. I think maybe
that thing
like Heatran,
right there. That's an OU threat right there. All right, triple Ubers on that guy. That set should be banned. It's so good.
Well, honestly, inside of UU, I've never really seen this too much, but in OU, so inside of UU, this mon's actually UU right now, which is really weird, but it's good there with the whole Leech Seed Protect. The first set is the most used set inside that tier, since there's a bunch of really strong special attackers. It's a good special wall. This, I see a lot more inside of OU, so maybe you could, like, you know, trick someone inside of UU, since this is not very common, at least personally.
True.
Alright, so that is going to be one of the sweeper sets. Let's move on to another one. So of course we have to do the weakness policy. Everyone knows that it, like I already said, it's very hard to kill Celesteela in one hit. So with the weakness policy, hit it with any super effective attack, and it'll get +1 attack and +1 special attack, which I suppose you could put on acrobatics. So when you burn your weakness policy, you could maybe use a mix set. Personally, I think special is a little bit better, since this is a better special mon personally, since that means you'd have to put a negative nature inside of a defensive stat, and that kind of defeats the whole point of eating any hit. Both air slash, flamethrower, flash cannon, and autotomize, it's pretty strong. You can get quite a bit of special attack and speed. Have you ever ran this thing or just thought of using it? Because it's crazy what this mon can do.
It honestly just looks like a different variant of the Power Herb one.
Yeah,
to be honest.
This one is more just if you want to use some Steel Stab instead of using Meteor Beam.
Yeah.
You don't have to, but I personally like using the weakness policy as well, since, you know, maybe some people are like, oh, haha, I have defeated you since I have a counter. I can hit you with this attack. But no, the weakness policy also raises the stats by 2, so it's not just Meteor Beam by 1, which is...
That's big brain.
So the coolest thing about this also is you can use this as your item, so it's not like the move. Meteor Beam over here, you have to go for Meteor Beam, get the special attack, and then attack. This one, you could just go for the autotomize, get +1 speed, they hit you with a super effective attack, and there's your boost. So, really crazy mon. Oh man. There are some counters to it, like personally Heatran, especially on a few sets. Like if this thing's not running Earthquake, which is very common on this mon if you're using offensive physical, but other than that, this mon can't really deal with Heatran or basically anything inside the air unless you want to use some really niche picks, and I don't think that mon is I don't think it should be used inside of oh, I'm going to counter this thing. It should be, if I can get rid of my opponent's counters to it, I can sweep this thing, since it's a lot better to have its normal moves like air slash and flamethrower and all that. Alright, the next set is going to be...
Hold up, I want to talk about this one. This one's heat, alright?
This is my own set. I made this myself.
This Dio. Yeah, I know. I call this one the Dio.
Yeah.
Pretty much it has Road Roller,
yep,
right?
Yep.
And it's over here with Flame Charge. Now what's really, really special about this guy is they're expecting it, you know, to be like a, you know, either like a flamethrower or a meteor beam or some shit like that. But now you come in here with Flame Charge, Road Roller, Earthquake. You're like over here pooping on people, and you got that Psychic Seed for whatever reason that I don't know what it does.
I'll explain. So you want me to explain, or do you want to keep talking about it?
No. I just explained the whole set except the Psychic Seed.
All right. So let's explain. Well, actually, first of all, this set would probably work better if you wanted to have max attack, but you could use the plus speed nature if you want to. So basically, with the Psychic Seed, switching in on Psychic Terrain or any terrain, it makes it so that's consumed, it's considered as a consumed item, and makes your Acrobatics, which does more damage if you have no item, do 110 base power, and you also get a +1 inside of special defense. Next, Steel Roller is a move that only works inside of a terrain. So if you have Electric Terrain, Psychic Terrain, Grassy Terrain, Misty Terrain, it hits them with a 140 base power Steel type move. Now it might be the Road Roller to absolutely steamroll them. To be honest, it might not be the best to use this. I kind of just wanted to use it on this Mon since it got it, since that kind of means after you use the Road Roller, the terrain's dead, so you don't really have access to using it again, which kind of sucks, but you still have Earthquake and then Flame Charge. For some reason, this Mon can be a sweeper even without using an Ototemi set. So let's say you don't have Flamethrower, you can still use Flame Charge to deal with the annoying Steel type, since this set is absolutely walled by Corviknight. So, you know, it's still absolutely walled since Flame Charge is going to do literally nothing to Corviknight, but still, it's cool. He has Beast Boost, you get a bunch of buffs, and you can kind of, well, metaphorically and literally steamroll the opponent. You can Road Roller them. And then the final set, which is going to be, you know, I don't really know what else to put on this, since this Mon's kind of limited. I just gave Boring Choice Scarf. Dunce, explain this for me. Explain this.
Okay, basically, let me explain. Okay, Volt Fire Core, he got real lazy here, alright? he didn't know what to do, so he went to his old roots, max speed, Choice Scarf, you know, get on that high crit rate stuff, and there you go, Beast Boost. Hopefully you just sweep through your whole team. That's the Volt Fire Core metagame idea. It's just a lot of speed and a lot of power, and maybe you'll win.
Honestly, I think this thing could be inside the back. Like, literally, most people always think, oh, I'm going to outspeed this and I'm going to crush it. But since it's kind of slow, running a Choice Scarf might not be the best. But if you can get your hands on some speed, every single time you kill something, you're going to get some plus attack. And since you have 101 inside of attack, that's just going to keep buffing up. And you do have superpower, which, again, Choice Scarf on this Mon on a sweeper, I just really don't like Choice Scarf Moxie users, which this is pretty much just a Choice Scarf Moxie user, gets attack every time it kills something. So it's kind of hard, unless it's like a real late game sweeper and all the counters, like superpower is probably not going to do anything to Ferrothorn, you still get walled by Corviknight, basically all that stuff. But, you know, if you can get this Mon in and get like the last 3 kills or something, it can kind of snowball its power, which is why I made it shiny, because it's a snowball, kind of.
I see.
So, Duns, do you have any any comments on this Mon? Do you think you might be using it inside the future with some of these sets, or do you think you're just going to stick to the roots, hit some of that Meteor Beam or some of that Sub Seed or
Man.
Leech Seed?
I don't use these heat sets, you know. I don't use these heat mons, these heat sets in my OU metagame.
OU.
I play random battle, Gen 8, you know, and I just hope I get good luck, and that's what I do.
Luck be with me. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this showcase. Please comment down below any Mons that you want me to showcase. Sometimes I have some trouble with the Mons if they're a little boring. Like, if they suck, I try to make them good inside the tier they're used in. But if you want like a showcase of something like a Dedenne, I already did a Dedenne showcase a long time ago, but it doesn't matter. I will try to do them in the future. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and keep on the lookout for my videos.
And make sure to unsubscribe from Full Fire Core.